What's going on, Springfield? Welcome back to Focus Community TV at the Public Access Channel on Comcast, channel 12, 15, 17. Catch us every Friday at 7:30 p.m. in the evening times. Reruns and 24/7 plays is on YouTube.
The Owski bringing you them bangers.
As always, representing for TCS Lions, Cafe TV. I got one of my guest services from the hip hop edition that we did previously from the last episode. Lurch, also known as Darian Lopez. You know, Darian Lopez, also known as Lurch. That's more appropriate.
The Owski.
The Young and and a couple other tracks that are obviously belong to other artists, so it's gonna be a mixtape, promotional use only, not for sale. So.
Okay. And the title was The Heartbeat of Springfield 413? Or The Heartbeat of 413?
The Heartbeat of 413, Volume 4.
Volume 4.
Volume 4.
Now, you have the first 3 volumes, correct?
Right.
Where are those
The
located
first one I can honestly say is when I first started, like when I really started a little, taking this rap game a little bit seriously. So I really don't know where that's at.
Okay.
But Volume 2 and Volume 3, you could find on thatpiff.com.
Thatpiff.com.
Thatpiff.com. And I think I got a few copies too, hard copies in my possession too of Heartbeat, Volume 3, Heartbeat 413, Volume 3. So.
Okay. What's the whole significance with Heartbeat? What is that?
Well, it's pretty much where I come from, it's where my heart is where I lay, it's where I grew up, where I was born, and it's just my heart throbs for my city, so, everything that I do with this music and stuff, I do it for my city, pretty much, so, everybody else could relate coming from the area that we come from,
And as far as
413.
like good situations, sad situations,
Everything that
just falls around?
Everything I've encountered and did in my life, from good to bad, to the street stuff to being saved.
Okay. Now, from a person that's been thoroughly in the streets, in the hood, had his past, acquaintances, dealing with certain things that got you in trouble, certain things that might have felt good for you, but there was a time period where you had to let that go in your life.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
I guess
In a time period, I think everybody should let it go.
right.
It's just, it's how long can you go in your life doing, certain things, from selling drugs to, killing, murdering. You got kids killing kids, pulling trigger. How long do you think that's gonna last before it all comes to you and just bites you in the behind?
Absolutely. Yeah.
So
Everything repeats.
Everything repeats itself, and out here is just like either you gotta do something. Life is too short, especially out here. It's too short. So I figure I gotta do what I gotta do, find my way through my faith and reach out for God for answers. And I think I somewhat got them, because I'm still, walking the path, and it's a bumpy road, but it's worth it,
You would say right now the music you have is just much or more love for God itself.
Exactly.
You think it helped you
Right.
throughout your endeavors right now from that past life?
Exactly. Yeah, definitely.
So, from now, correct me if I'm wrong, you do have a Christian undertone to your current music now, do you?
Yeah, the music that I'm doing now, and I know that the music that I'm doing now, the Heartbeat 413 Volume 4, I know that I'm contradicting, everything that I've started doing with the Christian music, because I'm going back to, taking it back to the essence, pretty much to the hood, It's just more of a lyrical vibe.
Okay.
It's not nothing about me trying to get gangster or anybody or anything like that, or trying to talk about guns. I'm speaking reality. I'm speaking truth that people who are from here could relate to. You know, people who are from my area, from Holyoke, Springfield, Chicopee, anywhere in the 413 area could relate to. That's what I'm trying to reach out. I'm trying to reach out to the audience. You know what I mean? Let people know that I still got it, and I want them to hear my side of the story. You know,
Did you feel that the last two projects, which were, by the way, great response, you had Breakthrough, and then you had the following Breakthrough was Reloaded,
right?
Which was a continuation from Breakthrough.
Yeah.
Did you think those? How did you feel the response was that? For that was overall.
A lot of people liked it. I got a lot of good feedback. I got a lot of good vibes. It actually helped me practice going, digging deep down inside me and reaching out, as far as pain and joy and everything. I've reached deep down with these mixtapes and just brought it all out of me without cursing.
And a lot of it is because your son now, right?
Exactly. A lot of it, my son, my fiance, who's in the back room, she, has a lot of parts to do with me reaching out to God and stepping into my faith, so to speak. Without them two, I couldn't really do this. Like I said, how long could you actually keep this up, or how any of us could keep this up doing wrong before it comes back and nips you in the behind?
What congregation do you settle with, or what church do you attend to?
Life Point Church in Chicopee, Mass. It's right across from the strip joint, Anthony's, but it's. You know what I'm saying? I would say a little joke in there, but it's not. It wouldn't be right. But it's right across from I think the strip club is called Anthony's. You know what I'm saying? Okay. I guess if any strippers feel guilty of what they do, they can go right across the street and confess their sins to God.
Right, I feel you.
And get saved, But it's right there. I've been going to that church actually before it was called Life Point Church. It was called Tabernacle Baptist Church. I've been going to that church since I was knee high,
Oh, so you've been there for years. Like,
yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, but I stopped going for X amount of years. Obviously, like I said, I don't know. It just my life just took a definitely toll for the worse. I just was from getting picked on and criticized and bullied as a kid. I just decided, I don't know, something just snapped in my head. It's like enough is enough.
Right, I feel that.
And now, regretfully. I do regret half the things that I did, but at the same time, it made me who I am, and realized that, I got a taste for the streets, and wasn't as hyped up, I wasn't hyped up to be what people make it to be. Really not, streets ain't a good thing, it can land you in two things, a casket or jail.
Right, absolutely, I agree with you. It's, around here, especially in Springfield, doing music could be dangerous as itself. Which it shouldn't be. Music shouldn't be anywhere.
Yeah, exactly. It's, it should be all love. 413 unity, we all gotta work, collaborate. That's why nobody makes it out of here.
Do you feel like there's any unity in the 413?
No, I really don't, because if there was, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't be struggling to get out. At least one of us would have got noticed. One of us would have got noticed really fast. Oh, this guy's doing his thing. Listen to the sound that he's putting behind this beat. He's got something to say to stand the rest. He represents the city to stand the rest. And now it's not.
You think anyone's anywhere remotely close, at least?
There's a few people. There's a few people from Bucket Fresh Studios that got potential. There's a lot of people. It's just when I share especially myself, I share my music and stuff like that. I just feel like people like it without viewing it, or view it and just give me a comment. Fill my ears up with what I want to hear. It's not what I want to hear. You can give me the truth, because truth is what makes myself progress to be better within with my craft. So
right, absolutely. I always want to look for everyone's always. I was an artist myself, looking for that genuine communication from another person.
Right.
Sometimes, people just don't have that time to offer that.
Yeah, it's a sad story. And instead of stepping on each other's toes, it's better to give. I rather take constructive criticism than being bashed any day of the week.
Yeah.
It's better to give constructive criticism and help that person if you think that person has what it takes or is trying to build themselves. Because, like I said, everybody's got. This has become like a little New York, like a little Chi-town or something. Everybody's just. The poverty gets to people's heads where they feel like this is, it's the only option they have left. No, brother. There's plenty more options. And the best option is God.
Absolutely. We're gonna take a short break. Come back a little bit more about what we can expect for features on the Heartbeat of 413 Volume 4, and also saying your farewells to music and different adventures you are gonna be taking to your life. So stay tuned.
All right.
Still in disbelief, man. All happened way too fast. Gone way too soon. We all miss you like crazy, oh. Your wife, your kids, your sister, man. We all miss you, man. Rock them heavens, man. Yeah.
So who takes the fall that covers it all again? So who takes the fall that covers it all again?
It's Lurch, man. Once I got the news, I couldn't believe. And I go on Facebook and it's all over your news feed. One day we're talking on the phone, the next day you're gone. Still can't believe it, but I gotta be strong. Yeah, I gotta move on, I gotta carry on. These memories I have, I will always hold on. Even though me and your sister ain't paired, I promised her I will always be right here. She missing you like crazy, wife and kids miss you like crazy. We all miss you like crazy, left us too soon, this is crazy. But I finally know what it means when an angel gets his wings. It's a crazy, beautiful thing, yeah. We always keep it close to our hearts, imprinted in our thoughts. This pain is striking me harder than I thought. But I'm gonna be alright, cause I know you're in God's hands. Even though this ain't fair, it was God's plans. Yeah.
That covers it all again. So who takes the fall that covers it all again?
As painful as this is, man, I can sleep well knowing that you're in a better place. You're in God's hands now. Rest easy, my angel. Rock them heavy slide, homie. Love you. Omar's word.
Welcome back to TC Eckstein's Cafe TV. Sitting with my guest Lurch, Darian Lopez, once again, speaking about his adventures with his music. Darian Lopez, known as Lurch.
Word.
As TC Eckstein prohibit me to say artist. But, you know. But anyways, we're speaking about the past tapes you had, the changes in your life that made you grow more of a fond relationship with God itself, for the better than worse. And now that, you know, at the time of your life, you have to show more to your son as far as the maturity aspects and
I should
respect.
be more of a...
So this would be your last tape you're dropping, correct?
Right. Yeah, it's gonna be my last tape I'm dropping. I want to focus more on my relationship with God, my relationship with my son and my fiance, and just focus on...
You guys getting married?
Yeah, we're engaged, yeah.
Oh,
we
that's
don't have a
awesome.
date yet just because things is kind of tight and stuff like that, but I'm focusing more on just getting my family up out, you know, where we at.
Okay.
And, you know what I mean, it's just, I don't know. I know that everywhere we go is going to be bad, but I know it can't be as bad as
You can never escape evil. Evil's always going to be around you. That's the challenges.
Of course, but
God always
it's
has
just,
your
it's too much out here. There's same faces, same places everywhere I go. I'm just tired of it. So,
Yeah. I mean, even the bad guys are not even interesting.
yeah.
You know, it's just like, wow, you know.
It's just more like,
not even real
listen,
bad guys. If we take a whole bunch of them and drop them in Chicago, it'll be a different story.
And I know that a lot of people don't really know who I am, so I'm gonna give you an insight of exactly who I am.
Please,
you know,
absolutely.
I'm a misunderstood kid from the urban area of Holyoke who, you know, always got criticized, ridiculed, picked on as a youngin', and that's what fueled me to just be like, listen, I ain't gonna take no more about this crap, you know what I mean, constant criticism and, you know, everybody's making fun of me and picking on me and think that they can get over easy on me just because of where I came from and where I grew up and stuff like that. So I decided to take it upon myself at a young age to, you know, decide to join the gang, see what the street is about, took a taste of it, you know what I mean, fell in love, got addicted to it. So people started knowing, you know, recognizing my name in a sense, you know what I mean, they were still you know, a lot of stuff that, you know what I mean, people, you know what I mean, had on me, but I don't know, and that's what just turned me into this person. That's why I just, you know what I mean, I ended up doing a lot of bad stuff throughout the years, you know what I mean. Got the name Lurch because of my height, you know what I mean, and I look like the dude from Adam's Family, so.
Really?
That's what, yeah.
That's what they said? That's
Yeah,
what they,
that's
the
what-
name came from?
that's where it came from, man. That's the best they could come up with. It was either that or Sloth from Goonies. I was like,
Yeah, I might be wrong. Were you ever affiliated with RZX?
no,
No?
no, negative.
Okay.
Negative.
Just wondering. I don't know why your name kind of coincides with them sometimes.
Nope.
But,
Negative.
you
There
know,
ain't no.
highly negative. I agree
Yeah,
with
highly negative. Ain't no affiliation there whatsoever. Shout out to them though, but no.
you. You're right.
Yeah, so that's what made me become the man who I am, and I got the name, you know what I mean, and I started hanging out with a lot of wrong group of people, but, you know, with them wrong group of people, they showed me everything that it is to me, you know, that it is to be about the hood and stuff, and it just kind of shook out my fear a little bit of, you know what I mean, having people step into me or stepping on me, so, you know, with that, I just, you know what I mean, I just felt like untouchable in a sense, but then with that came, you know, I got jumped, I had a gun pointed, always had, you know, gun pointed at me, I had a gun shoved in my mouth in my sleep, you know what I mean, all that just came about, and after all that transpired in my life, that's when I was just, like, everything just clicked, I was like, you know what, I need to start working out, I need to start, you know, looking out for myself, you know what I mean, I can't always think about, I can't keep going out, doing drugs, you know, doing this and all that, so I gotta think about my son, I gotta think about my life, my son's future, and from there, slowly but surely, you know, I started reaching out and talking to God, and I felt at one point like he wasn't listening to me when I was calling or talking to him, but, you know, that one day it just felt like he, you know, light shined upon me, and that, you know, that was my calling, so, and like I said, it's still a hard walk, because you know, this faith walk ain't no cakewalk, you know, it's really, really hard, you know what I mean? It's not all about asking God for forgiveness here and there when you screw up or something like that. You constantly gotta, you know, talk to him, you gotta pray every day and not be so selfish, you gotta read the Bible, you gotta do, you know, godly
You
things.
gotta actually share a relationship with God. Your faith has to
a holy relationship with God, exactly, and I know I haven't been
I
doing
notice a lot of people that like to use the words bless overcommonly more than it should be. Bless you. Bless,
Exactly, yeah.
Bless. Good morning, everyone.
There's a lot of
Bless,
people
God
that I
bless,
know
but
that
they never even spoke to God once in their life.
right, and there's a lot of people that I know that don't believe in God and who always saying God bless up, or, you know, taking
Deep
pictures
down
with
inside, they
emojis.
atheists. Like, I don't believe in no imaginary floating person. And
Yeah.
it's sad. You know,
That's
to
double
each to his
standard.
own. But
You know, when you take that bullet to the gut and you screaming out for him, you know what I mean? Then I'm pretty sure that's the thing, and that's where it goes to that. I didn't want to have to come to that point where I started crying out looking for God. So
Right.
I was like, before it gets to that point, you know, I'm gonna start finding him now, start going to church more, and then, you know what I mean? I think I kind of rushed into it without knowing fully who God and Jesus, my Savior, is. I have a sense, just like everybody else has a sense, but I want to grow, you know, have a deeper relationship with him. So that's why I gotta put this music to the side. I gotta start focusing more on that, and you know what I mean, if I do come back, it's definitely gonna be strictly Christian, nothing else. You know what I mean?
Cool.
I ain't gonna have, you know, anybody can say whatever they want to say. That's fine. You know what I mean? I just pull it to the side, talk to them about God, and you know, maybe that'll be the end of that.
all right. So as far as the music, the last one is coming out. You said the date for that is November
17th for my
That's on your birthday.
Right.
And after that, I'll be here for a while, unless you do decide to come back, like you were stating. Just a quick footnote on the name itself, Heartbeat. Was that actually a little label you had before?
Yeah, it was.
Okay. And what happened
Well, it
with that?
wasn't the whole Heartbeat thing. The whole label didn't. The whole Heartbeat thing was, you know, I've been doing that for years. Like the whole Heartbeat of 413 Volume 4. You know what I mean? I've been doing that for a while. But the Heartbeat was pretty much like, it was like a spin-off of, you know what I mean, the mixtape titles itself. It was just a little label that was trying to do a Heartbeat of, you know, the Heartbeat. What was it? Heartbeat Records or something like that. HB&T, Heartbeat Entertainment. That's what it was.
Yes,
Heartbeat, yeah, HB&T, Heartbeat Entertainment, which is everybody locally familiar. You know what I mean? Everybody who's born and raised in the 413, pretty much. You know what I mean? That's where the whole Heartbeat comes from. You know what I mean? We all born and raised here. We all got our heartbeats. This city, no matter, you know, where your parents or anybody else is from. 'Cause I know a lot of people always like, we don't like Boston. This is corny out here. But you lived out here all your life, so you know what I mean. Right. And I don't blame them. Now I'm starting to see. You know what I mean. As I was young, I'm like, well, why? You know what I mean? Why you out here then? But now I'm starting to see it ain't nothing out here.
Yeah.
There's nothing out here.
Speaking of that,
beautiful.
now everyone's waiting to be put on. They want to be known for significance. So like, oh, help us, like we got the famous celebrity here and so forth.
And they want to do whatever it gotta take to get to that level of fame, even if it means bashing other artists, stepping on their toes.
We had
or
Crumb
being
Snatcher.
violent.
He's underrated. No one talks about Crumb Snatcher. He was part of Gangstar, Guru.
Really?
Crumb Snatcher was one of Gangstar's founders. Well, not founders. He was part of Gangstar.
Really? Wow.
Crumb Snatcher is also affiliated with Wu-Tang too. Wolves is part of Wu-Tang, but they don't talk about these things, because I guess it's too hip-hop. You also had Barack Lot. A lot of people's not familiar. Another heavy lyricist back when I was coming up, around maybe 2004 to 2006. He was like 36 years old and finally got a record deal with Raucous Records before they fell out into something different. He was on one of those top 50 MCs from New York with Fairmont and all other artists that were looking for her, So he had a little digital record deal with Raucous Records, and if anyone's familiar with Raucous Records themselves,
I know Raucous Records.
They're the ones that brought out the Lyricist Lounge. Yep, and Talib Kweli, Common, they all came from there. Wordsworth and all that.
People don't know real hip hop, man. Forbid them in the.
No, I mean a lot of them were born in the '90s, and they said they're '90s babies, but they didn't really turn like 13 to like 2002. So it's
even then, man, you got all that mumble rap, the all that.
That don't bother me too much, and I don't consider it. I mean, I don't. It's annoying. It's funny. It's like but some of it's kind of catchy, like Lil Yachty. We often know Lil Yachty can't rap. But some of it's cool, and I respect it. It's like, you know what?
I mean, it's I guess
he's young.
It's for the more younger viewers and the younger artists, but me,
it's a different generation.
I'm old, so I can't respect that. If you can't respect where your roots is at, you're doing this is still considered hip hop. If your music is on 93.7, if you're being spun by local or big DJs and stuff, they doing hip hop, you're part of hip hop,
I just don't like the ones that reject certain things, like no one b-boys and breakdance on cardboard no more. Then you have disassociated yourself with the essence of what even created hip hop.
Right.
You're talking about no one's doing this, no one's doing that, but you're still putting up a rap. So it's just like, let's just rap and drop everything else. That isn't hip hop.
Right. No, it's not.
People have different interpretations and all that. I'm not talking different words of KRS-One or anything like that. I'm talking from self, And hip hop is always
an art form, and right now what they
it's a culture.
Is
if hip hop was strong enough, hip hop could be as strong as a religion.
Right.
Because some people use hip hop to rely on to get through their days.
Exactly.
Hip hop is considered a form of religion.
Yeah, that's a good way to look at it. Yeah, but these new artists, these newcomer artists, it's like you can sign anybody, and that's what irritates me. Is like, how can you sign all these garbage artists when we have, like, we talking about, we got a city full of young talented artists.
Petty Wap never rapped in his life. Started in 2014, 2015. He got a record deal, $1 million now off of one track. That took like a year to get big, but that made him millions. Now he's known as Petty Wap. He can't sing, but now he's labeled as ignorant R&B. The auto-tune and all. He just started. He didn't know we're doing music. You know what I mean? Little Yachty, same thing. Only been like doing music for like 2 years, and then because it's the money. It's an investment. You invest in yourself, it pays off. No matter what your skill level is.
You asked Lil Yachty if he knows what's his favorite. I was looking at this and asked
seen the interview, did you? I know you said everyone.
It was like, who's your favorite artist? Who inspired you to do what you're doing? This old redhead. It said he want to go say Drake is my favorite rapper. They asked him, do you know anybody about Lil Biggie or any Tupac or anything like that? You know what I mean? All the artists we grew up with. He's like, nah, I ain't never heard of them. So then you ain't never heard of hip hop. You're gonna have to put yourself in a different genre, homie, because what you're doing right now is not hip hop. Like I said, like there's different levels to it. Now I can understand you put a dope ATL trap beat or something like that. You know what I mean? Even ATL music ain't the same as it was back in the day. You know what I mean? Even Bone Crusher said in his most recent interview, and it's not sounding the same because everybody's just they want to advertise Molly and lean and everything that
Well,
destroys all
it's
these
pop
young
music.
lives,
That's
right?
really what it is. They took a form of hip hop, took some stuff they can squeeze
Right.
out of it and bring it
Right.
into the pop era. And basically, like,
And it's
Lurch,
sad because
it's
we
pop,
lost
it's
a lot of
pop
good
music.
legends. We lost a lot of good artists and legends due to this nonsense that these people putting out that they call hip hop. That's not hip hop. It's not, man. Come out here to the city. Come out here to 413. We can show y'all a thing or two about what real hip hop is, what real music, rap, R&B. You know what I mean? That art, culture. That's what it's all about. It lies here in this city, man. You just gotta take a deep look. We out here.
Definitely. Before we continue off, we're about to end it short.
Lurch. Breakthrough. Take a time and just imagine. Vision light without all the evil and sins, money, greed, and all that. Imagine a world without social media. Now imagine a world without no electronics or feeding this crooked politics with what they feeding us is serious. Imagine if they really never needed us. Imagine living in the world with no crime. If you could stop time, imagine if you could really press rewind. If you could start your life over like right from scratch. In a heartbeat I would, man, just like that. My uncles and my grandmas, I bring them all right back. Imagine living in the world where we can do that. There'd be no more pain, there'd be no more tears. Imagine if we all lived forever, they'd probably still be here. Or imagine living a cancer-free life. Or imagine if everyone just surrendered to Christ. Imagine a world without poverty or sin. Yeah, that's a world I'd imagine living in. Just imagine.
Imagine that.
Just anywhere they can follow up with your music currently right now, any fan pages.
Yeah, Bandcamp.com. He set that up for me. You can find a lot of my recent two projects, Reloaded and Breakthrough and Breakthrough Reloaded. You can find that at Bandcamp.com. Just search my name Lurch and just put the title on Breakthrough Reloaded. Find that up. I think you can download it digital, right?
Oh yeah, definitely digital. If you want, the straight link instead of just searching it out, it's buckfreshstudios.bandcamp.com. It'll take you directly to his discography.
Alright. And
all the material is free for downloads. You don't have to worry about putting any money in, but we do accept donations.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Our independent artists striving to respect his craft and so forth. Please donate to this man.
I put my heart and soul into this. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I have to shake your pockets.
That's what we don't need no more.
But
Eckstein
other
bringing
two
you them
mixtapes,
bangers.
y'all want to see, get a more sense of what the Heartbeat 413 is and, artists I work with and how I got this far with the series, thatpiff.com for short. Same thing, Lurch, or you can just type in Heartbeat 413 and both volume, or the last two volumes should be a volume 2, volume 3. Volume 1 is, volume 1 is long gone, don't know, for those who have copies, hip hop,
This ain't Biggie in here.
So yeah, you can look for that. And where else am I on? SoundCloud.com. I'm on SoundCloud.com. Darian Lopez. Just type that in. Darian Lopez 3. Darian Lopez number 3. That's pretty much it.
All right. Any shout outs you want to give out real quick?
Oh yeah, to my whoever's watching, my moms, for making me, creating me, and making me this great person I am, and giving me my talent. My son, of course, if you're watching, he's being bad. Daddy loves you. And my fiance, who's out back, who's always been, straight supportive for everything I've done, regardless of situation and circumstance, whether I was always right or wrong. And of course, I should have put him first, but God.
Thank you, Lurch. We appreciate everything on the show, what you said for us. Please check us out. This will be aired on every Friday, 7:30 p.m. on Eastern Times on your public Comcast channel. So if you're a local native that has Comcast access or Xfinity on your computers, channel 12, 15, to 17, you'll be able to catch the recaps. If you missed that day where you can't see where the episode was run at, you can catch our reruns and the additional uncut footage that's after hours. After 2 o'clock a.m. on Ustream or YouTube 24/7, and it's played throughout the whole month. So please feel free to check us out for any upcoming ventures with shows, Actually, we do have 3 shows coming up. This one at the end of the week, October 15th, I'll be part of an anti-bullying awareness event. Take place at Calhoun Park in Springfield, Mass. with TC Eckstein. This shouting out, giving a bit of awareness for people that's been bullied in school and how they could go around those situations or to overcome and about them.
Yeah, very good.
Also, we have October 28th at the Space Lounge in Hampton, Connecticut. Once again with TCS Stein, Bugfresh Studios, Cafe TV, Rhyme Culture Mass. We're out there performing with a bunch of other alternative bands, and we're going to be performing off our new EP, When People Change, coming very, very soon, which is almost done. And we'll be performing a couple of those songs, also with the Prince tribute that's already out right now, #1 on United Music, the purple one, so you might want to go check that out. And also, we have November 10th at Bessel's Lounge in Hartford, Connecticut, also as well. Follow anything that you like about us. So we appreciate you for tuning in. We'll have more coming up. So grab your coffee and get your drink on. Peace.